Enter. 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 Enter.
Welcome back, guys. I have a game from the ECL coming your way in just a few moments' time. We've got AVNG DARK taking on Phantom White in Division 5. Obviously, we've had AVNG DARK a couple of times now on Black Ops 7, and they've had a couple of nice wins and a couple of wins in the sort of scrappy department as well. And, well, can they clean up and get themselves another win on the Guava channel? We will see very soon. Obviously, Tigger and his side, a very strong side, so it'll be Phantom White, who may be looking at trying to dig deep and really pile some pressure on from the beginning of this series. To the maps we go, and we're going to begin and end things on exposure today. Double dose of Scar in games 2 and 3, and then a Colossus hard point in game 4. Now, one thing I will alert to, I do think that Phantom White have to step on the gas early. I haven't seen Phantom White since Black Ops 6 though, so who knows, they could be much more dominant side in Black Ops 7. They could be incredible. I don't know yet. It's going to be the first time spectating them, so I can't wait to see what they bring to the table. Obviously, we know what AVNG DARK do and do very well, and this is why I say that Phantom White need to push the pace early. If they can win, let's say, game 1, but AVNG can then drag them to that. I do think that AVNG will be good for game 4. AVNG on Colossus, a very, very tough team to contend with. I mean, I could be completely wrong as well. You know, this is just a sort of prediction as to what I think may happen. But like I said, I think Phantom White will do very well to start off quick, sharp, try and get a couple of wins in the bag early on. But hopefully Avenge. Because if Avenge comes shooting, they can take anybody on. They really can. They really can. Like I said, Avenge are in a little bit of a rough patch at the minute. They've had a couple of game fives. They did win them, but they've had a couple of game fives. And a couple of scrappy games of late, so maybe it's the right time to play them. Obviously, Phantom White definitely not going to go down easily, but I do believe Avenge are one of the top contenders in the division. That's my personal opinion, of course. So, we should get a lobby code any moment, ladies and gents. Obviously, give our teams a few minutes to get those last minute things sorted out. So I know it's a little bit quiet at the moment. If anybody is here, they can feel free to drop down a score prediction. I believe the lobby code is inbound. Or an invite, either or works. So bear with me one moment, guys. I'm gonna get myself into the lobby. Johnny's here. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. What do you reckon? We've got Avenge Dark taking on Phantom White in the ECL Division 5. Now, like I said, I don't know if how long you've been here, Johnny, but Avenge, in my personal opinion, are one of the top contenders in the division. They can be incredible. They've had a couple of rough games of late that they've still managed to win. So, like I said, I believe that this is the right time to be playing them. Try and really push the pace from the beginning of the game and see where you can get to. Oh. And yeah, I do think that the Colossus Hardpoint will be a very, very good map for Avenge. I've seen them on it before, and my God, well, last time we saw Recoil, he dropped 50 kills on that map, so you really think that he's comfortable in and around the Colossus game mode, so Phantom White really, really would love a 3-0 here today. Well, Johnny, Avenge is Tigger's team. It's Tigger, Recoil, Godly, and Nicely. They're a very, very, very competitive four-man squad. Very, very competitive. In fact, I was playing a few games the other night with Tigger. He really is. He really is insane. When he gets his flow state, he's very, very difficult to deal with. Like I said, I haven't seen the Phantom White squad since Black Ops 6, so there could be a few roster changes. I don't really know who's going to turn up for them. Obviously, once the names arrive and we're in the lobby, we'll let everybody know and we'll welcome them to the channel. And obviously, if there is anybody in that team that does stick out that I do know, well, they'll be getting mentioned as soon as I find out who they are. Reegs has followed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do appreciate it, my man. But yeah, like I said, Avenge definitely one of the strong sides in my opinion. I mean, obviously, I know the team relatively well. Not like I do the PV sides, but Avenge, I'd speak to Tigger on a regular basis and play some games with him as well. And like I said, he really is good when he gets going, man. Obviously, if you can catch him a little bit off guard and maybe give him a little bit of a poke in the mental scenario, you might get the better of him. But in terms of gunny and just raw talent, he's definitely up there. Oh yeah, it'll be a fantastic game. Like I said, Phantom White, they I haven't seen them on Black Ops 7, please remember this, so I haven't really got an idea of who the actual roster is, but Phantom as a whole have always been an org that have had good teams, done very well in the leagues, and I imagine that they're going to come here with a very, very good side who will give their all against Tigger and his squad tonight, so I'm definitely excited for it. Can't wait to see who turns up in the game. We are still waiting for a lobby code or invite. I don't know what the waiting time is for, but you know, no problem really. We'll get in there and get it going as soon as possible. I do think that we might see a. I always like to say I want to see Game 5, but I do think a 3-1 or a 3-2, and I do think it could be either side. But I'm going to tip my hat towards the Avenge side. Obviously, I've seen them play a lot more. I know what they're capable of, and if they do come with their A game, they are going to be very, very difficult to deal with. But I definitely think that Phantom White will get a couple, well, definitely one or two under their belts as well, and potentially they could go and take a win, but my prediction is going to be a 3-1 or 3-2 for Avenger. You know, you can take your pick. It's just a prediction at the end of the day. Quite often I get them wrong, actually. Quite often I get really shown up, and I do love being shown up as well. Imagine Phantom White come here and they absolutely whitewash the floor with Avenge. Well, that would be something. I'd be very, very surprised if it happens, but if it does, wow, I can't wait to see it. Here we go. Lobby code is here, ladies and gents. So the best 5 series will be getting underway any moment. Like I said, exposure hardpoint will be up first. You look towards the P3 and P4 areas for mass amount of collection of points, and you know, if you can chain the two together and potentially get a double 60s, well, you've already got your halfway total to winning the game. So a very, very strong round one of rotations on this map can honestly see ridiculous score lines, and I've seen it happen. Whether it'll happen tonight, obviously I'm expecting these two teams to go bang at it with one another. It's going to be a real headbutt affair, if you will. Search and Destroy and Score. I tell you what, I just played a CMG Search and Destroy, and the guys we were playing against, I've never seen people hide so deep in their own back spawn. It was, whew, God, they were nearly back inside their own mothers. That's how far back they were. Quite embarrassing, really, and thankfully we picked them apart, and I was on time for the game. So, our Revenge side have arrived. We are waiting for Phantom White to turn up, and here they are. Charlie, J Frags, Kide, and more. And well, I think I know Charlie and Kide. The other two, I'm not so sure on. Charlie, definitely a shooter if it's the Charlie that I know from Black Ops 6. Kide, always ready to do the business and help out his teammates as well. Played against him a couple of times. Not seen them play Black Ops 7, but those names definitely do ring a bell. So I'm excited to see what they bring to the table here tonight. Like I said, I can only go on what I know from Black Ops 6, and if that's the Charlie I know, he was incredible in Black Ops 6, so we'll see if he's just as good in Black Ops 7, and if he is, then there's definitely a game to be had tonight. But yeah, remembering the last time we had Avenge on, we had Recoil drop a 50 bomb to help his side. Don't forget, they had a PU have to step in mid-series, and then Recoil dropped a 50 bomb. The PU was incredible as well. His name was Ryan. I believe he came from Division 8 to play in Division 5, and yeah, it was fantastic for the Avenge side. Game number 1, Exposure Hardpoint and Avenger. A full squad today, and they will be sporting the colour of blue in game number 1. We'll start things off with Kide himself for the Phantom White side. See what he gets up to early on. Spots out a 3-man push of blue. J-Frags will be the opening kill of the game. Godley will respond to it. Maul's now in through the midfield as well, and he can't get anything happening on nicely. Back to back. Kills for nicely there. Beautiful job there. Headshots coming out. He lined up that rip onto the box perfectly well. You've got to give him his credit. And some good P1 time here for the Avenged Squadron. Tigger just sort of holding himself on the hill, and he's backed up by nicely. Again, the midfield position given up momentarily will result in a kill, and more at the double to get the scrap time for his side. Very well played by Moore there on the pinch through mid. J-Frags will pick up one towards P2, and a second comes in from Kide. Big moment here. Can Godley pick up a few kills? Recoil helps him out as well. They take him up for 3 in the feed, and the last man standing will be Moore, who's going to have to play a bit of a route and wait for some backup to arrive from his side. You see him wrapping around the back spawns here. Will anybody read it is the question, and the answer is, hold it. Well, he got the kill in the end, that's what matters. Tigger dropped as well, and Godley takes one. Very, very scrappy P2 area so far. It is a hill that can be very back and forth. Just as I say that, Recoil gets one with a nade, second with the pistol, and should give his team some time to try and extend that lead. They've just about got, never mind. The break comes on through, and now we'll have to think about the P3 area. There's a little bit of a split spawn for the Avenged side here. I tell you what, this is a fantastic opportunity. Shut down by Tigger, who's having a slowish start. The game's still only right at the beginning, 3 and 5 right now. Just did get the 2 kills right then. Obviously, 1 kill up until P3 beginning. Really is a while for Tigger, but Recoil's there with another 2, and Tigger will get 1. Last man standing to be Moore once again. Sorry, it is Moore. He's picked off as well. Lost his switch camera, and the spawns have now flipped. Good work by Charlie on the entry. Can't take the second man with him. Tigger will have the read onto the man in the midfield as well, and he can already start thinking about pushing out. How's Tigger won that one? Absolutely fantastic. 6 in a row. There's now 12 unanswered kills on the side of Avenge, and this is what I mean about the P3 hardpoint. A full 60 really is achievable without a mad amount of effort as well. It's such a small room, it's so hard to break, and Tigger does a good bit of damage to the first man, but Godley, the man on time, can't get anything from it. 3 in the feed for the Phantom White side, and Kide's already got the back spawn blocked up. Great work from Phantom there to ensure that they get the good stack of time here. It's down to Avenge to see how quickly they can break on in. The Phantom White team definitely have a huge chance here to get themselves back level at the top of the screen, but unfortunately 2 kills go in the way of Avenge, and the read from Recoil onto the man coming in from the sideboard. J-Frags hits him with the frag, can't get the next. It will open things up for a big gunfight here. Moore needs to get 1 more. He couldn't quite get them all. It's so unfortunate. J-Frags will be in. Thankfully the spawns do their job, but Avenge did a fantastic job there to make that P4 hill rather scrappy. They've got the initial over here at P5 as well. Some good work out of Charlie to pick off the first man. He won't get the second. The health regen hadn't come in just yet, so going into a gunfight like that with less HP is more often than not going to go your way. That lead is being extended further and further here by the Avenge side. Here comes the break, a good 30 seconds. Keeps it nice and close. How about that for a stun check from J-Frags? Keeps everybody stuck there. Charlie will eat a missile, and Tigger gets a second with it as well, and the final 10 of P5 will go the way of Avenge, and, well, difference of around the 50-point margin as we re-wrap to P1 for the second time this game. And Recoil is bang at it once again. Tigger, who had a bit of a slow start, he didn't really start getting any kills until the P3 area, is now 15 and 10 as well. So the last 3 hills for Tigger really paying off there. There's one. Jake frags and a big second as well. Godly and Tigger put down. Big third from him. How many more can he get? Might have to get a couple more before his side are able to step on the hill here. The respawning members. Godly picks up 2. And another 2 as well. 4 in a row for Godly as we move on over toward that P2 area. The big tank, if you will. Oh, big shots out of Godly there. There's a lot of damage. Moore still manages to get a 2-piece as well, and that should see his team in on the time. Fantastic work by Moore there. He is the current kill leader for his side. You can see the square up on the opposite Solars incoming. J frags from the midfield to try and get more points on the side. For his side, sorry. Godly, the last man standing, still manages to take at least 1 with him. He might get some more here. Fantastic work by Godly to stay alive on the tank. Teammates arrive, and that final 20 seconds or so is really, really damaging in this first game for the Phantom White squad. Moore will be the man to try and stop anyone on rushing down from that P3 area, but he's taken a shed load of lead. Charlie and Kide will be there to try and back him up as well, and they're doing a good job so far. And Moore got the backspawns locked in, locked down, and P3 a full 60 here. They're right back in the game, and they even take the lead. This P3 and P4 scenario are going to be absolutely massive for our side right now. And whoever can gain the majority of it may see the victory here in game number 1. Round 1 of rotations definitely dominated by Avenge, but the round 2 of rotations, Phantom White are getting themselves right back in this game. Trophies doing their due diligence. 2 for 2 in the feed will only support the side on time, and, well, the final 15 and a full 60 has been achieved. Fantastic work on P3 from Phantom White here. Fights for the backspawns of P4. A trophy from Dre Fags goes down, and Tigger is going to be the man that has to be found, and Charlie might be the man that sniffs him out. Did he get a little bit of a... Nobody has any idea of Tigger's location there. Nicely, Recoil, pair up for 3 in the feed as well. The last man standing will be Charlie. He'll make sure to take at least 1 with him, but Recoil on that head, he is not challengable with the SMG. No trophy is the comm, and Tigger wins the fight. Tigger will die. Everybody dying to the throwables right now. More kills going the way of the side in blue here, but the big kill on the point, and never mind, Charlie's got 2. Switches the weapon and gets the 3rd. Have a bit of that, says Charlie. Absolutely wonderful moves from the aforementioned. And that did just about stop the Avenge side ticking over the 200-point mark. He'll get 5 before he's finally dropped, and Avenge do have the numbers in this scenario and will be clinging on to this P5 area. Trophy in for Avenge this time around as well. Good move from Moore as he chows up through the outer P5 area and breaks the hill with 30 to go. Perfectly timed break. And another perfectly timed kill from Moore to make it 3 in a row as well. And he'll get the 4th in the midfield. Beautiful work. from him right here. And we're all tied up as we get back to that P1 for... I mean, I say all tied up. It's within 10 points, ladies and gents. Anybody's game from here. P2 might have all the answers for us. Recoil's made it to 30 kills for the lobby as well, as Godley gets himself 2 more in the feed. Kai's going to try and go around the back of him, picks him up as well. Can't get the shots onto the next, who will be that danger man. And there's a good 3 in the feed. Get yourselves on the hill. Here we go. J-Frag's locking it down. Sort of struggling a little bit in the kills department. Might have a shed load of assists to his name at the end of the game. But Phantom White take the lead. Oh, don't take the lead. 215 to 215. Final 10 or so, and a 4 clean in the feed at the worst possible time for Phantom White. Might just see the game go in AVNG's favour. What a game number 1. Here we go. Some big gunfights here. J-Frags will win a big one. Charlie's in at the ready, and all of a sudden, Phantom White have found themselves on the time of P2. There's no reinforcements currently. Charlie has to fight from the front all on his own. Now the trades come on in, which will only help AVNG, and that's a big kill from Recoil to go 4 in a row, and last man in the back line there dealt with as well by Nicely. 10 points needed for the AVNG side. J-Frags comes on in once again. He's lying down. He's not contesting the time whatsoever. Gets hit big by a stun, and he's picked off by Recoil with the pistol. 4th man drops, and everything now going AVNG's way. Recoil might be able to get himself a 40th kill. Never mind, Tigger cleans up the last of the lobby. Recoil the danger man once again by the looks of things. 4,500 damage, 39 and 26. And this was right at the death there, that game-winning moment from Recoil. 3 kills on the final hill. It's got 2 minutes of hill time as well. God, could you ask any more of him? 28 non-traded, 4,500, 2 minutes of hill time. Well, Recoil is bang at it once again. He was fantastic last time out, and he's proven his worth for AVNG over and over again. Phantom White were incredible during that game. They found themselves 60, 70 points down. They got themselves right back into the game with a beautiful P3, 60-point full hill hold. And then from there out, it was back and forth, back and forth. They almost took the lead. It ended up 215 to 215 before AVNG finally closed it out with a very good moment from Recoil and the team as a whole. They got that 4 down on the way into the P2 area and then closed the game out. But my God, it was a close one. Back to the maps we go. Confirm the victory for AVNG DARK in game number 1. So, game number 2 is on the horizon, and for anyone who wasn't here right at the beginning of the stream, I did say that my prediction would be a 3-1 or a 3-2 to AVNG. I did think that Phantom White needed, and I say this with the utmost of respect, but I do think they needed to get themselves a win in one of these first 2 games. Because I look at game 4 and I see Colossus Hardpoint and I see AVNG. I've watched them play Colossus Hardpoint. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but they are very, very dominant on that map. So I feel like the first Hardpoint should, if you are a Phantom White fan, obviously you would be wanting them to win every game, but Phantom White definitely wanted to get this one. Game 2 underway. will begin things off with Moore, who was ever so present in game number 1. Nicely starts off with a sniper rifle hit onto Charlie. Obviously, we've missed that one, but Moore was playing such an aggressive race through that P2 area, and Avenge pick one, and now we're at a bit of a stalemate. Tigger in round the back gets another, and well, J-Frags has been caught in a corner, and the last one standing will be Kaid, who's all on his own in the P3 area. He might get a... Never mind. I was going to say he might get a bit of a good time in onto the man top green, but the man top green turns around and absolutely burns him. A clean around as you like. Full kills for Avenge and no deaths. The perfect round. They all got 1 kill each. It really was the perfect round as well as team shooting goes. It doesn't get better than that. Tigger 1, Rico 1, Godly and Nicely all 1. Fantastic work from the other side in the first one. Will it be responded to straight away? Let's find out. J-Frags is potentially going to be the man whose job it is to pinch round the back of the P2 area. Tigger's managed to pick off first blood as well, and I'll tell you what, that move from J-Frags is fantastic. He only gets 1 for his efforts, but he will momentarily stop the bomb going down. Recoils now pick the bomb up and will be the man to try and get it done, but Kaid, I tell you what, if Kaid had took this position 2 seconds earlier, he'd killed him. For anyone who wants that peek, you definitely should be using it. That's a nice one. 3v2 scenario, and Kaid, well, now he'll be left on his own, and he's picked off as well. 2-0 Avenge. Very well worked play on offense. Tigger, I think it was Tigger who got first blood, really opened up the round. I mean, Kaid just had absolutely no chance there. I mean, he's on his own against 2 people who are already ADS'd right toward him. He really had nowhere to go. Just 1 kill in 2 rounds. And if a couple more rounds do go the way... I feel like Phantom need to win this one. They need to win this round. Stuns and nades, everything being launched towards the P2 area. Nicely, he's got the sniper rifle in hand again. Everybody's trapped back there. Everybody's pinched in, but Tigger can't get the kill. J-Frags helps out his teammate to get his 2nd kill of the game. Moore goes inside top blue as well, and this round for Avenge is slowly falling apart. In fact, there you go. It's fell apart. Rapido. Fantastic work from Phantom White to get one back in the bag before the scoreline just starts to get a little bit ugly. A very clean, I think that was a perfectly clean round as well for Phantom White, so avenging the round where they got wiped out without a kill with one of the same. Very well played. It's always a good effort to just keep that scoreline within touching distance. You never want to be, I'd say, more than 3 down. When it gets to 3 or 4 rounds down, you really start to feel it on Search and Destroy. It feels like such a tall order. It's like being 100 points down in Search and Destroy. Here we go, round number 4, rocking and rolling. Everybody throwing everything at one another. Everyone at that P2 area once again. All head towards A as Moore gets another couple of kills in the feed. Final one picked up as well, and Phantom White ties up with 2 brilliant rounds. That's exactly the response you wanted after losing those opening 2 rounds as well. Responded immediately. Some trigger finger, that. But he's got a happy girlfriend. And now it will be Avenge's job to try and respond to a bit of a go moment from the Phantom White side. They are slowly finding that sort of flow state as a squad, if you will, and I tell you what, Tigger slides in and somehow he manages to take 2 down with him. He nearly got 3. Charlie ready at the trade. It'll be Charlie and Kaid to close out the round. Recoil's already taken up top blue, and well, Kaid has been sniffed out and his teammates nowhere near him. Kaid dealt with, last man deep in the spawn, and Charlie will have to ace the round if he wants to see his side in the lead. Ooh. Nicely done. Pun intended. 3-2. Wowzers. Took his head off. Was Avenged just about keep themselves teetering with a leading edge. But again, it's looking to be like another close game, just like game 1 was. Very, very close indeed. Who's got the ice when it matters most is maybe the question. Are we going to see a bit of a mad moment? Maybe somebody has to have one of those pop-off moments to really win this game. Everybody bombarding the A-bomb site once again. All 8 players pretty much here, apart from Godly who's watching the back line. We do have Charlie who's up top green. He's taking a little bit of damage as well. It seems like we may go for a wrap around toward B, but Charlie's taken up a fantastic position here to potentially pick off anyone who comes in this direction. And he's done just that. Will he get away with his life? No, he won't, but he's done his job. He's got a kill. Yes, the trade was immediate, but now you can see everything sort of falling apart in the middle of the map. The bomb's down, Moore's location's been spotted out, and Godly might just ape this. He knows he doesn't need to. He's going to play it down and wait for the man to come round the corner. Yeah, he's just baited him in to his iron sights to win that one and give Avenge their 2-win cushion back on the board. Considering the split there from Avenge, had Godly been killed, there was definitely a chance for the 1v2 to come off. But Godly got the job done. And Avenge, when I say it was their turn to respond, well, they've done exactly that. Got themselves another 2 rounds in the bag, 2 away from taking the win. Nicely takes a little bit of damage, but look at Recoil. Army crawling all the way up. How will this play out? I've got to see it. Unbelievable. And he gets 2 from it as well. Well, the Recoil has done the damage once again. Unbelievable. Tigger's now... Everybody's on their bellies, crawling across the rafters right now. Smoke comes in. Tigger got both guns to work with now. Nicely hits a shot through the smoke and gets away with it as well. Did he see that man challenge? I mean, he's put damage into him. And... oh, did you see? You saw him cross. You saw it! Bang! Dead. 5-2. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's exactly what you want to see out of the person in possession of a sniper rifle, and he's on 5 in a row as well. They're on match point. Let's see if Nicely can keep going. Yeah, that was a difficult round, that one for Phantom. That was one that I really felt like they had to win again. They just seemed to be fighting from losing positions a little bit too much. They 4-man stacked the A-bomb site here, whilst the 3 men of Avenge have cut all the way through. They've caught him out. They've caught him with the pants down. Nicely, he's got everybody lined up here. Look at him. 2 for the good. Can you get the third? Go on, son. Why not? Unfortunate timing for him, but he's done the damage again with that sniper rifle in his hand. Everyone's just blasting bullets through the walls towards the last man, and a 6-2 victory in game number 2 for AVNG DARK. Well, the sniper rifle really doing the business, and the call to go to B there in that final round to literally root through the middle of the map from AVNG was very well thought out. But yeah, Nicely just had a fantastic time with the boomstick in that one. Well, AVNG go 2 to the good, and we'll be sticking around on score for Game 3, which will be obviously the Overload game mode, and now it's time for Phantom White to really dig deep. Can they potentially... I'm going to tell you, they've got the potential to reverse sweep this. I know that scoreline was 6-2, but the 2 rounds they won, they definitely have it in the bag to get a game and potentially start the thoughts of a reverse sweep. It's a massive job at hand. Do not get me wrong. Taking this team down 3 times in a row is no easy feat of achievement, but from what I've seen, I definitely think they can do it. All starts with a Game 3 overload, but if AVNG can get a couple of points on the board early in overload, it may just see it over the line. I really think that Phantom White need to be the first team to score a point to give themselves that momentum, that driving force to carry on and see where they can go to. If they do win this game, then they will start believing. All starts with 1, and we'll be back when game number 3 does indeed begin, ladies and gents. Game 3, ladies and gentlemen, is underway. And we begin things off with our sniper rifle extraordinaire from game number 2. Nicely does a good bit of damage to more on the opening salvo. Tigger's going to be surely told to go and pinch. Never mind, Tigger has mid-cut covered, and up to top green he goes. The next one in the bag as well, and now he's got the read on the respawn. Go on, Tigger can't get it done. It felt like he hit him with every single bullet in the mag and still didn't get the kill. It's already 1-0 as well. I missed the point go in because I was too busy on Tigger's POV. Tigger's got one downstairs, picks him off. Now he's got the sniff out onto Jake Frags as well, but he's been shot in the back. This is a beautiful move from Charlie. Absolute madness here at the start of game number 3. A minute gone and kills coming in left and right. Both teams going right at it here, but this move from Tigger hasn't spotted him out. good pistol work from J-Frags. Can he get another one? Have a bit of that. Love that from J-Frags. 4 in a row, pistol in his hands, and he's smoking everyone with it. Nicely, he'll finally drop him, but I love that moment there. John Wick or what? A ripsaw from Nicely as 3 go in the feed between Nicely and Recoil. One trade comes in from Kai. Can he get the second? No, he can't. And some more pressure may be applied by the side sporting blue currently, and you can see it's Tigger this time around. Trying to run away with it. 2-0 is now the scoreline. Recoil's on 5 in a row, and everybody's trapped deep in their own spawn. You've got Recoil up in top green. He's now been picked off. Tigger gets another one. Bomb picked up again, and this might be 3-0 as quick as you like. Yeah. Tigger's just going wild here in the spawns. He's got everybody right in front of him, but somebody respawns right behind him. It's Charlie. Thankfully, he saves both of his teammates, because Tigger had them dead to rights there. Timing on the respawn was everything there. Back to the midfield we go. Tigger's going to slip through again here. Where's Kide looking? What's Kide looking at? I don't know. He's having a look at the skyline off the edge of the map, and Tigger's now got everybody in his irons. Kide will finally trade him out. He gets the next one as well. Good double. I said a question what he was looking at a minute ago, but now he's looking at the Avenge side and he's dropping them like flies. Will be finally traded out by Godly, but job done by Kide. Fantastic work there. And just as I'm applauding Kide, everybody dies, and this might be the first half all but over. Indeed it is. 4-0 for Avenge, who make quick work of Phantom White in the first half. It's that back spawn behind the, you know, deep behind the green building. When you're spawning there and the other side, one second. Welcome in, Dub. For anyone who's unawares, Dub is one of the longest supporters of the Guava channel. In fact, he's been my friend for 20 years. Can you believe it? Trades coming in thick and fast in the midfield. Charlie will go good for 2. He's on 3 in a row as well. That's a 4 down in the feed momentarily for the Avenge side, but they have killed the bomb. I'll tell you what, Godly's just cleaned it up. Godly cleans it up with the 3-piece, and there'll be no offensive hurrah for the Phantom White side. And Godly will get himself a 4th. Good pressure being applied here. Could be able to get one back on the board. Indeed they do. That's a good move. That's exactly how you wanted to start. Can they keep the pressure on? Charlie has taken note of what happened to him in the first half, and he turns and burns Recoil and absolutely zaps him. Insane. Ain't going to get away with that one, but my god, that turn onto Recoil was disgusting. The longer a stalemate in the midfield happens, the better off Avenge will be. Here comes the first offensive sort of push. Well, it's going to be shut down pretty damn quickly. Tigger gets one, but that's all he'll get with the pistol from there. Far too much to try and deal with for a man with only a pistol in his hands. Oh, the timing for Kide's all but off. That's so unfortunate. 4 in the feed again for the Avenge side, who can now work the bomb whichever way they deem necessary. Back to the midfield. There's another 3 down. There's 4 again. That's 8 kills in a row, unanswered for the Avenge side, and surely that's the game now. Tigger will get everybody on the respawn as well, and, well, that's what can happen in this overload game mode if you aren't quick and savvy. And the move to get 2 points on the top of the board, back to back, as quick as you like, is more than on. There we go, 6-1. Kills don't really matter now. I don't think 5 goals in 2 minutes. I mean, unless some absolute madness happens, they might get another one back on the board here. They can't quite do it. Godley's got everything sort of locked in and locked down. Can he get the next man? No, he can't. 6-2 will be the scoreline. And I tell you what, they got the second on the board very, very quickly. Still a really, really difficult. 4 goals in 2 minutes is it's a lot to ask. There's a chance here, but Recoil might snatch the bomb, and I tell you what, Kaid was at the ready to make sure no nonsense was going to occur, but 90 seconds remain, and Avenge only need to stall to see themselves with a 3-0 victory. Oh, I haven't put the, I do apologise, guys, I haven't... Oh, nearly Charlie. I haven't put the in-game overlay on. We know who's who by now anyway, and it might be 7-2. If somebody can just go and collect the bomb. Tigger's found himself trying to deal with the respawners. Can't get any work done there, but Godley's got a beautiful position. I thought he was going to take 2 away with him, but 45 seconds left to play. This game definitely over now. Yeah, the Avenge side have just dominated that first half. It's been a much better look, you know, in the second half. It's only 2-2. So definitely a better performance in the second half, but that first half performance from Avenge was just far too dominant and really secured the deal. Godley's 24 and 14 nicely was dropping everybody left, right and centre with the sniper rifle in game 2. Game number 1, Recoil was absolutely insane, so take your pick. Everybody go and bang at it for Avenge in their 3-0 victory here today, with a 6-2 in games 2 and game 3. Very well done. Oh. Oh my god, if he punched Charlie on the way down, that'd have been something, eh? Oof. Ooh. Some best play that from Nicely to round off game number 1 of the evening. Obviously, I will be back in around half an hour's time for an AEL game. So, please, if you're not doing much tonight, come back and see PV Black, the Division 4 side, in action for that one. But, yeah, I don't know who to choose. I don't know who to choose for the MVP. I'm really struggling. Obviously, Recoil in game number 1 was fantastic. Nicely in game 2, and then Godley in game 3. That, you know, Tigger was as good as ever. You know, very consistent across all 3 games as well. So you could pick any one of the 4, but I might give it to Nicely for the sniper. I love sniper rifles. Again, if you're gonna pull out a sniper rifle and do the dirty business with it, it's gonna get me tickled up the right way. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Nicely. Nicely is your MVP for tonight, guys. But again, the whole Avenge team are absolutely fantastic. Any one of the 4 could have taken it. Like I said, Recoil's game 1. Tigger, right, the consistency right the way throughout. But yeah, Recoil game 1, Nicely game 2, Godley game 3. Take your pick. It could have been any one of the 4. And yeah, the sniper rifle always sort of tips my hat. So, I'll catch you all in about half an hour's time for a game over in the AAL. Recoil, Tigger in the chat. obviously, no problem, guys. Very well done. Enjoy the win, and I'll see you all next time. Yeah, Hazan, I've got another game in 20 minutes or so.